In this video, we'll be adding an oil catch can to the Honda. Here is the oil catch can that I purchased off Amazon. This is everything that you get with it. So, you want to add an oil catch can to your Honda Civic. You want to save some money. Here's what I have done. A average oil catch can be between several $100s, ballpark about 2 or 3. You can buy this kit off Amazon for $30 total. And mainly, it's just a bracket you need to make. So, here you can see the bracket that they give you with the kit is about 6.5 inches. You have 2 sets of holes, and they're about an inch apart from each other, and about 2.5 or so, 2.25 from one set of holes to the others. Here's the bracket that I have custom made myself. This is the main difference between that $300 kit and the $30 kit that I have changed. I've taken the similar measurements. It's about 7 inches long. It has a slight bend to it to kick away from the firewall. That bend happens at 3.5 inches and is about close to a 45-degree bend. And then there's a notch taken off the top piece that is only about a 1/4 notch. That's just to drop the oil catch just a little bit more. These sets of holes are an inch from each other. They are the actual holes that I've taken off of the factory kit. As you can see, I assumed when I first made it that the holes were set. That's what this hole and this hole is. I had to drill a third one, finding out that the factory firewall is actually wider apart than what is actually I have made and what is given with the kit. So what you need is to make the holes about 1.25 inches from each other. They're close, but they're slightly off. When you pop the hood, you will see a bracket at the back near the firewall. That is what you'll be removing, be taking off to add the new bracket that you custom made. Now, first you'll need to add the bracket to the back of the oil catch can. Make sure that the kink is towards the oil catch can, similar to this. I had to use 2 washers, a lock nut, and another washer to eat up some of the screw, because the screws were too long for the new bracket. The bracket is much thinner than what the original one was. Now, once you get the hose connected, you will have that down there connected to your in, while this hose will be then your out, and that connects right down there. And there you have a $35 oil catch can roughly off Amazon that should work every bit as good as your $300 catch can. You're all said and done. This is what you'll roughly have afterwards. It's all nice and tucked away. It's not showing off or in your face, but it's still easy access. So I'd like to just add 2 things to the video that's not really clarified that well. I just noticed trying to edit. One, the 2 photos that I show you of the bracket, that is just a cover plate that I take off. You still have 2 bolts behind the hose to get that bracket completely off, and you bolt onto that directly to the firewall. Second, as you'll see, I only have hose clamps towards the engine. I don't have any hose clamps onto the oil kit. The kit said for you to reuse the existing hose clamps. The completely different sizes. You roughly have, and I'm just taking numbers out the top of my head, if the hose between the thickness of the walls of the hose, if the bracket you get is a half-inch bracket, what the factory uses was a quarter of an inch. They weren't even remotely close. There was no way I was able to reuse factory clamps, and I didn't have any on me, so I actually drove it down as is to my local auto shop and bought the clamps that I need and installed them that day. It's just not shown in that video. And that's all. Thank you for tuning in to the House of Bloom. I'll have more coming content to come. I hope you like, share, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.